Hi everybody, hope everybody's doing well. On tonight's tutorial, I thought I would do my telephone poles on how I constructed them. So as you can see, they come in different basic configurations. Basically, I've made 10 poles, and each one is basically uniquely different based on observations that are basically telephone poles in my area and so on. So basically, the material that I use to start out with is 225. And 225 basically it has a hollow center if it will focus, but it is hollow so that when you do stick it in the ground or on your layout, you can put a thinner piece of evergreen styrene, and then it's removable. And basically, one of the key features is to get basically a scoring blade like so. And what I do is I will just score it across to get that wood texture. You don't really, I mean, if you have it, it's fantastic. You can also use an X-Acto blade, but it just takes a little longer just because of the serrated edges on this blade that makes it look, quite nice for that wood texture feel to it, especially when you apply all your washes and so on. And that's in a later stage. And basically, the average height of telephone poles of HO scale is approximately 50 feet in size. So, and then this is in reference to what a guy would be standing beside. Well, basically, a guy would be like this because this part here would be under the ground. As you can see, the difference in color. So, that's about average in size. Then next, what I use for basically these bracings that are going across is 8406. So basically what I do, I take one out and again I will score it, okay, so that it gives a nice wood texture going across, all right. Then, and those are basically scale-wise, they're approximately about 8 feet across. And then for the actual transformer is, again, I use 225. And the size of the transformer itself is approximately about two and a half to 3 feet, okay? And then what I will do also to cap them, I will use for both bottom and top is basically 9010. And it's basically the thinnest of the sheets, but and then you will basically put it on top and on bottom, sand them, and then basically once you glue them and sand them, then you basically have some transformers. And then, so basically it would look like something, like this, right? It's not just cut the size, but you get the idea. And then I would, of course, put, a piece like that on top, glue it, and then glue it, and then cut around it, and then you've got yourself a transformer, a basic one anyways. And then for the side railings, like these ones right here, I use 8204. And they can be cut, they're basically cut about a foot and a half in diameter this way. And of course, you can center them, you can center it any way you'd like. And again, as you can see, this one's only got one going across and the transformer is on top and so on. And then also, then once you've done that, you basically have something like this, right? Basic. And you can have it like bent over, like maybe this part's broken. So everyone's totally different, right? So basically this is what the transformer will look like without basically anything on it. And then to apply it, I will just get another piece of styrene. It really doesn't matter what size you use, as long as it comes out. And also, as I remember, don't forget, is also to cap the top of the 225 tube, or basically the pole that you've done, so that way you don't have like another hole. You want a hole in the bottom where you stick it, but not on top. Okay, if that makes sense. And then basically what I do from my collection of junk evergreen styrene, I just start adding elements to the poles itself, right? And then once I do that, for the actual, I guess, electrical current um, thing. What I'm not sure, I forget what they're called, but I use basically these glass bead kits. You can buy from Dollarama or the dollar store or Dollar Tree in the United States. And there's these really tiny ones. And basically, what I'll do is I'll sand the bottoms of each so it has a more of a gluable base, and then I will basically put them on top of these on top of this. Okay, and then once that's applied, as you can see here, I will then add the wires, and the wires is basically 218. Um, so basically, what I'm using for the wire is 218. Okay, I use 218 for all the wires in my buildings. I just basically paint them black, roll them around a pencil so they've got that more of a more of a pliable wire look to them, and that's basically all you need. So for 218. And so 218 is attached to that. And again, there's no right or wrong way of doing it. You just basically do it how you feel, how it looks. And then again, you're applying different elements to the pole itself. Again, each pole is totally different. You can make it however you want. You just add little bits and pieces, and just take some pictures of some stuff around your area, and that's all you need. Then once that's all done, I will spray it a flat black, and then I will paint it a basic brown color, and then using a series of washes from Vallejo Air, or you can just use crap paints. You get basically a washed out look, so you can see the textures inside the wood there. And of course, I will put more of a black on the bottom because that's basically where it's coming out from the ground. So they would basically soak that with, basically material that doesn't rot the wood very quickly. And again, you're also adding a little elements here and there. Again, these are the beads on top here, and so on. So basically, that's basically principle of how I create these. There's lots of other websites out there. I mean, YouTube channels that show how to make telephone poles, but basically, this is quick and dirty in production. They look fantastic, I think, especially on anyone's layout. They're easy to do. You can basically make them any way you'd like, and you can go really extreme and use other types of evergreen styrene, to get a better look. If you want for the transformer type of things instead of the beads, but I think the beads look fantastic. Anyways, that is basically how I create my telephone poles, and I hope that helps. Thank you.